Hi, my name's Allison. I'm a psychic medium and a farmer. Today's day 15 of Milking My Mini Cow on TikTok. Today we're going to be talking about soul contracts and soul groups, and I'm going to be using improv groups and football analogies to help connect those dots. In August of 2023, I had my spiritual awakening, and during that awakening, I had a huge download of so much information that's going to take multiple milkings to talk about with you. A big part of that download was explaining what soul groups were to me and how it works. So if you've ever had this feeling that like you've met someone, you've never met them before, but it feels like you already know them, or they look super familiar, that's part of your soul group. The way this was shown to me was a visual of an improv group. So let's say we've got, 20 people up on stage doing an improv comedy show, and through each skit, sketch, or lifetime for this analogy, everyone switches around, plays a different part. So your sister may have been your mother in one lifetime, or a really good neighbor, or a grandmother, or something like that. All of our souls in our soul group switch places between each lifetime to help all of us learn the lessons we need to learn in that go-round. I don't know how big soul groups are, but when I had my visual, it felt like 100 to 200 souls or improv actors in the group. Okay, so we've got our soul groups. It's a bunch of the same souls together, and we all do the old switcheroo to help each other learn. Great. Now during each lifetime, that's when it starts acting like a football team, and that's where that analogy comes in. So if you think about football, they make a play, they do their thing, and then imagine them coming together in a huddle to discuss which move they need to do next. So that's how soul contracts were shown to me. You run left, I'll grab the ball, we're gonna fake to go to this guy, but I'm actually gonna throw the ball to this guy, so on and so forth. So a soul contract is an agreement of how the souls are gonna interact with each other during that lifetime or that one singular football play. And further expanding on this football analogy, there's a lot of people on the football team, but they're not all on the field at the same time. That's the equivalent of your past loved ones. They're still here, they're still on your team, they're still rooting for you, they're still giving you guidance and support throughout the time you're playing the game, but they're just not always on the field playing with you. So if you've been to a psychic medium before and they say your loved one is here with you, they're always here, they're not leaving you, it's because they're part of your team, your football team. They're just on the bench right now and they're cheering you on from the sidelines. Always there to support you, always there to offer advice. Anything that you need from that teammate, they're there from you. They're just taking a little rest on the bench right now. From what I've been shown and what I've personally experienced, every soul that we come in contact with in our life is here to either teach us a lesson or we're here to teach them a lesson. And that's where we go back to the soul contracts. So if someone's really wonderful and loving and caring in your life, your soul and their soul made an agreement that was the experience, that was the lesson that you needed to have or learn from that person, that soul. Likewise, if you've had a really crummy experience, really struggled relationship, blah, 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 an unsavory experience, that's because your soul and that soul made the agreement that that's what you need to learn from each other in this lifetime. This is not giving a pass for everyone to be crummy to each other. We should always be working to act in our greatest and highest good. But if we go back to yesterday, day 14's video about front-loaded and back-loaded souls, these experiences are meant to be lessons for you, not punishments, is the general what I'm trying to get across here. So about 48 hours after my mom passed, she started communicating with me instantly and very frequently. And it felt very validating and true to me, but I didn't receive outside third-party validation through another medium until July 2024, where I was read at random by a medium who didn't know me from jack squat. She knew my first name, she didn't know where I was from, she didn't know my story, she didn't know anything about me. But she proceeded to connect with my mom. Nay, my mom took over the group session and demanded that she connect with me through this medium. And my mom proceeded to tell me through this medium, because mediums were just conduits, my mom proceeded to explain the soul contract between her and I that our souls had decided prior to us coming down into these delicious meat suits that her and I made an agreement that she was going to help teach me some really, really crummy stuff. Like my soul wanted a condensed, consolidated version of help me experience all of this in one lifetime. I want to get through all the muck and yuck in one lifetime. I don't want to piddly fart around and just like have one lesson here and one lesson there. Like, boom, let's go. I want to get through it and clear it and then expand for my soul. That's what my soul wanted. That's the message that was delivered to me from my mom via this medium. This medium also spoke in detail about certain situations and the relationship between my mom, details that are just for me, and if I told you right now, you'd be like, I don't care, what does that even mean? The way this medium spoke about the relationship between me and my mother, I knew it was my mom. Just know that everyone that you interact with on a daily basis is there to teach you a lesson or learn a lesson from you. Once I truly embodied that, it was easier for me to give compassion to people that previous version of myself would have lashed out in anger or retaliation of some sort, or would have taken their actions personally. Again, I'm not saying this is a pass to be a crummy person to everyone and everything. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when we have experiences that are not our favorite, what we can do to help ourselves is to be willing to look at that situation from a different perspective and see what we can learn from it instead of dwelling and living in this victimhood status. That's not what we're supposed to gain. We're supposed to gain insight, clarity, so that we can expand our consciousness, both personal consciousness and collective consciousness. I know that was high-level explanation and example, but I know this is a more popular topic, and I would rather hear your experiences in the comments, because honestly, I can talk to myself on this little phone all day long, but I would rather spend my time talking with you guys in the comments. So I'll see you on day 16 and see you in the comments. Bye.